Welcome to the山里Journal Club. Today, we're diving into a fascinating paper about essential competencies for using artificial intelligence, or AI, in primary care. This paper highlights the specific skills clinicians need to safely and effectively incorporate AI into their work, ultimately aiming to improve patient outcomes and clinician well-being.
This research is particularly valuable because it gives us a structured way to understand how clinicians can use AI responsibly in everyday practice. As AI becomes more integrated into healthcare, it's essential to focus on the competencies that will help clinicians enhance their care without compromising patient trust or safety.
Could you walk us through the 6 competencies identified in the paper and why each one is so important?
Of course, let's start with the first competency, foundational knowledge. This involves understanding the basics of AI, how these tools are created, how they are trained, and what they are designed to accomplish. Clinicians who understand AI fundamentals can use these tools more effectively, avoiding over-reliance on technology and keeping its limitations in mind.
I see. So having a foundational understanding helps clinicians make informed decisions about when and how to use AI. What's the next competency?
The second competency is critical appraisal. This skill enables clinicians to assess whether an AI tool is appropriate for their specific patient population. Since AI tools may not perform consistently across all demographics, it's crucial for clinicians to evaluate the tool's evidence base and its relevance to their patients.
That makes sense. So clinicians need to understand both the strengths and the limits of each tool. Now moving on to medical decision-making, how does AI fit into this process without taking over the clinician's role?
Great question. In medical decision-making, clinicians learn to incorporate AI insights as one part of the clinical picture, rather than relying on it entirely. For example, if an AI tool flags a skin lesion as high risk, the clinician should still use their own judgment and experience to determine the best course of action, rather than simply accepting the AI's recommendation.
So it's like a partnership between the clinician's expertise and the AI's capabilities. That's a helpful approach. Let's talk about the next competency, technical use. What skills are important here?
Technical use involves the practical skills needed to operate AI tools effectively. This might mean taking high-quality clinical photos, inputting patient data accurately, or troubleshooting the tool. Ensuring that AI tools are used correctly minimizes errors and helps clinicians feel more comfortable and efficient in their work.
That's an essential part of using any technology effectively. Now, patient communication seems particularly interesting. How does AI impact interactions with patients?
AI introduces new elements to clinician-patient conversations. Clinicians must be able to explain why they're using an AI tool, how it benefits the patient, and address any privacy concerns the patient may have. Clear communication is key to maintaining trust, especially when new technology is involved.
Absolutely. Patients need to understand the role of AI in their care to feel comfortable with it. Lastly, we have awareness of unintended consequences. Could you elaborate on this final competency?
Certainly. Awareness of unintended consequences means understanding that AI can sometimes have biases or make errors. For instance, an AI model trained mainly on lighter skin tones might be less accurate when diagnosing conditions on darker skin. Clinicians should recognize these limitations and apply AI tools cautiously, always being mindful of their own judgment and ethical responsibilities.
It sounds like these competencies are designed not just for improving efficiency, but also for using AI in a way that's ethical, fair, and patient-centered. Do you have any final thoughts on the framework as a whole?
This framework is a great starting point, but as AI technology evolves, these competencies will also need to adapt. The balance between technology and human-centered care will be key, especially as new tools and applications emerge.
Thank you, Dr. Satomi, for breaking down these competencies with us. It's exciting to see how AI, when used thoughtfully, could enhance primary care in meaningful ways. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us. Don't forget to check out the full paper in the Annals of Family Medicine for a more in-depth look at these competencies. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.